Okay, today we're going to be taking apart Theoria Apophasis, aka Ken L.Wheeler's almost latest magnetism video, where he draws out nature's line, which is in fact God's double helix rollover wave, which turns into a halo wave which goes around a magnet. Now I'm going to point out where Ken is incorrect in his incompetent plagiarism of my work of trying to figure out how to incorporate a double helix halo wave into his ridiculous reciprocating magnet. He is trying to plagiarize what I'm doing with two different directions, and he supposedly gets an infinity symbol. Well, let's have a look, and I'll show where it can't, and that destroys his whole theory, because what he's about to draw cannot happen, and I'll do a drawing to show it to you. Thanks very much.
Nature's line, which is simultaneous representation of counter space and then force in motion expressed simultaneously. Why, gee, that kind of looks like a magnet. Here we got right there, like this. We got a north pole over here, a south pole over here, and right here we have the plane of inertia. That's exactly right, kiddies. But we take it a step further. A magnet doesn't work that way. Let's tell you, this is a top-down view of our magnet, right? Sure, yeah, right. It's top-down view of a magnet.
Okay, so the wizard's about to try and pull the wool over your eyes. I'm surprised nobody else wrote this down.
Okay. Top-down view of a magnet. Well, let's continue to express this succinctly. Obviously, I didn't draw it perfect. It's hard.
Okay, now here is where Ken lied his backside off to you. It's quite funny, really. So he's got that coming out of a magnet, which energy goes through a magnet, straight through. But he then says that this does this, which it can't, because it must do this. It can't go round here. This is going round here. So it all comes back into the middle and does not do that. It doesn't do that. There's no way it can do that unless it's doing it forever. So what? Does he only have two of these that cover the whole thing? Or has he fully explained the halo wave, the double helix halo wave, which is caused by energy coming in, but this doesn't happen? This is what truly happens on a magnet. Energy does that, and energy does that. Is a halo wave. It comes down and splits sideways. It does not start reciprocating, because on a magnet, that's coming out of it. And underneath, when it goes across the inertial line, it then does this, which gives us a heart shape. And this can be seen in Ken's very own video of ice magnets. And it shows the pine cone. He calls it an egg, but it's a pine cone. So no, this is not reciprocating. It can't do that. It's got one going that way and it's got one going this way. So it can't reciprocate. It can only go into its center again. So by him drawing this crap, he then goes on to explain his whole theory. That's wrong. It doesn't do that. Energy comes into a magnet and it does that. Goes down past the block wall
across the inertia line, and then it comes out like that. And that is your magnet shape. So Ken's plagiarising incompetence shows that he doesn't know anything about magnetism. In fact, he calls everybody a parrot, and he says, you college educated people, you're just stupid parrots. And he sits there and pretends like he's a clever guy. When in fact, when he quotes all his sources of Plato and everything else, you realise those are books, right? They're books. Books that he has got his information from. So he is actually the biggest parrot, hypocritical parrot, that there ever has been on YouTube for the things that he says. Myself, meanwhile, I say I got it from God in visions, which is why every single video I've done shows that God has horns and that energy coming in makes a halo wave come out, and it comes in and it goes around. Same as plants in the ground. They do that. Oh look, a carrot or anything else, or a pine cone, because that's the design. And there's no reciprocating plants, there's no reciprocating animals, there's no reciprocating nothing. Energy is going one way through a magnet. And it does that. Comes in as a vortex and goes out and rejoins as a vortex. In fact, I'm going to draw what it does. And I'll draw it so you know. Let's just say this could be Earth. This is the inertial plane of the Earth. Energy comes in, spins up in a, this is a Fibonacci spiral, and then out 90 degrees, around across the inertial line, across the inertial line, and out. And this one comes from here. Sorry, it's coming from the other side. In, up, out, and round. See, and mine comes in this direction, but it's also coming in this direction. So I get the flower of life every time, without any reciprocation needed. Let's have a look at Ken show his ridiculous lie again. Thanks very much.
To draw a perfect circle, but let's just do that. Now, if we're to express it along all vectors along the circumference of our magnet, you see that? You see this? You see that? You see this? It's the exact same thing.
No, it's not, Ken. That's you showing your incompetence with no proof. You have a picture and your incompetent description of an infinity symbol, which it isn't.
Force in motion, inertia, and acceleration. Now you can say this is an infinity symbol. I don't really care if you think it is an infinity symbol. But the only thing that we're looking at is, we take the side view. Let's do a perfect circular infinity, which is kind of hard to draw out. But here we have the torus, okay? Okay, let's take a look at the side view of force and motion.
And now Ken is saying that not only is there reciprocation on the top of the magnet, but now we're looking at the side, and somehow, not only is it reciprocating to itself on the top, but it's also reciprocating around the magnet. How is it doing it if it's reciprocating only on the top or the bottom? How can it be reciprocating in two different directions? No proof, only his plagiaristic incompetence.
kind of interesting that the infinity symbol, infinite potential as manifest, infinite potential as manifest, is not potential because this is potential.
And I've stopped it there because he just now waffles about himself and everything else and merely repeats everything that he's said and done. Excuse me. So, Ken, unfortunately, has only shown that he's a parrot of old books, even though he screams at college students and says they're stupid idiots and they're parrots, and yet all his information comes from books. I myself, on the other hand, have said all my information comes from God, and I've shown it in physics, chemistry, biology, botany, geology, geography, astrophysics, and all kind of space phenomena. And my halo wave and double helix vortex is the only answer that fits everything. Vertical double helix vortex, which splits into a horizontal double helix wave to halo wave and back to vortex. In fact, I think I'll draw it right now. No, I'll save that for another video. Thanks very much. Ken Wheeler's plagiaristic incompetence shown by his mind-numbing nonsense that has you all fooled. Not one of you even saw that that the infinity symbol can't be going in the directions of his arrows. You all blatantly ignored that because you think, because he uses big words, that he knows the answers, when in fact he steals everybody else's work, and plainly shown is the galactic S that he cannot reconcile back to an infinity symbol. Thanks very much. My name is Lee. I follow the Christ, and I show you the things that he shows me, and I destroy all crap that people who say they're intelligent show when it's lies and plagiaristic incompetence. Thanks. Bye. Oh no, actually I've got it on there. 1 energy pulse and smoke radiation at the bottom of the picture. That is how all energy travels, and that actually is Tesla's fluid diode I found out after I drew it. That is all energy travel, all radiation travel. And the two leaders that you see sticking up, they spin back in and turn into the vortex. And this forms, it's like a W shape with a vortex in the center. Anyway, that is all energy travel. Thanks a lot. Bye.